Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It is time for Survival Saturday, and tonight's topic is after a holy war starts, what are your plans now? And I mentioned this several times tonight. I'm not picking on any one religion. I'm picking on everybody. Okay, as Brad Williams says, I'm an equal opportunity offender. But I'm going to try to, and I'm just going to point things out. I'm not picking on anyone. You'll see how it goes. All right, so don't think I'm going to pick on one particular one tonight. No, because I'm going to know history too. So if you know your history, you know what I'm talking about. But first, let's get over and say hi to everybody, because I know I didn't say hi. I just said hello, everybody in this thing. So first one in was Troop 1351, as opposed to Crew 1351. Then Shady Hill Homestead, The Moon Over Miami, then Crew 1351, then Diana, and Geeky Gardens, and Daniel Berry Sports Highlight, Little Known Preppers in the house. All righty. And okay, whoa. I got 16 watching right now, a lot more than those that are saying hi. So if you're just lurking out there, lurking is fine. Please, at least say hi, or just type in lurking tonight. Let us know what's going on. All right, another one just came in. All right, cool. Hey, everyone. All right, so tonight's topic. I can't remember who suggested it because I forgot to type it in my spreadsheet. When someone suggests something, I put it in there, and I put the who suggested it off to the side when it sells off to the side, and things got a little lost. And Kaylin's here. Hey, Kaylin. So, like I said, I'm not picking on any one particular religion. I'm like Brad Williams. I'm going to be an equal opportunity picker, and pick on everybody. All right, so let's bring this up here. So after Holy War starts, what are your plans? Warning, danger, Will Robinson, possible fear, fantasy fear porn, Kool-Aid drinking zone ahead. Then again, maybe not, but really, things happen everywhere all the time. So we're going to get out of here. Causes for a holy war. I really wanted to change this around, but I figured I'd just talk it around a little bit on it. Let me go ahead and go this way. There we go. So, man-made on purpose by stupidity, by greed, by ignorance, by fear, one's own fear of the unknown, fear of being displaced from their spot in their religion. And Mark just came in. He's got his Cheetos and Kool-Aid. Yeah, I went through a lot. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be picking on stuff here. Man-made by mistake. Yeah, that could happen to somebody getting misinformation from someone else who's getting misinformation, and they get offended, and they start, stupid things happen, and all of a sudden, all right, we're going to go get them. We're going to get the Targaryens and take care of the Targaryens. And the Westeros, we're going to go after the Westeros people. Yeah. Yes, I've seen Yes, I've seen a few reels showing clips from Game of Thrones. I have not watched Game of Thrones, but I've picked up a lot with the little 30-second or 1-minute shorts that pop up on it. And Truth Good Beauty is here as well. So, so man-made on purpose, man-made by mistake. There's a lot of possibilities. for stupidity, ignorance, short-sightedness, closed-mindedness. You probably, everyone could probably contribute 3 or 4 reasons why, just on the things I said about why someone might cause one. And then, I'm offended, so I'm going to cause a war. Nature caused. Again, nature does something, and the idiot preacher goes, "Oh, it's a sign. It's a sign that person's a witch, or that person's an infidel, or that person is a heresy, or whatever." And they're trying. I hate to say it, but a lot of popular religious leaders are in the same class of what I throw professional politicians. They're no longer there for God. They're there for their own stature and their own what's the word I'm looking for? Fortune, not really, but fortune. Their own status and comfortability. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link now that I got that little bit off my mind, and anybody wants to talk about it. So let's hop into the Wayback Machine. I don't think I put anything. Mitigation recovery. We'll kind of get to that in a minute. So I'm going to hop in the Wayback Machine here, and we're going to go back to the Crusades. First Crusade, Second Crusades, and here he comes. Bring him up and switch back to there. There we go.
Oh, I'm still wearing my raccoon gas mask from Shadow's thing this afternoon.
It fits because all the reasons to cause a holy war stink.
Well, there you go.
Wait a minute. Okay, sorry. I'm going squirrel chasing moment here, folks. Instead of starting a holy war, start a holy peace offering. You might get more results.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And of course, just then, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure popped into mind. What is it that Rufus says near the end? Be not kind to each other, but goes on one of the the peace and love thing that came from Wild Stallions. But anyways, yeah. So I'm going to spend probably about 10, 15 more minutes talking about causes. And then I want to find out, what are you going to do if, no matter what the cause, so put your thinking caps on, start making notes. What are you going to do if one happens, no matter who is causing it? Whether it's the Israelis, whether it's the Catholic Church, whether it's the Southern Baptists, whether it's the Muslims, radical or non-radical, whether it's the atheists starting one. I don't put it past the atheists. I do not put it past the atheists for starting a holy war against religion, as well as the self-entitled woke causing it too. So so the Crusades. What triggered the Crusades? There are a lot of speculations. I mean, there are books on speculations on the Crusades. I think there's a little perusing of Cliff Notes on some of them. Yeah, that's the other problem. That's the problem. Yeah, it doesn't. That's exactly. That was one of the things that triggered it. We need to get the people to give us more money for a holy cause. And yeah. Anyways, yeah, so there were a lot of different reasons, political reasons, and infighting too amongst the different nations of Europe. Oh, so and so's going on the Crusades. We're going to look bad if we don't go out there too and send a bunch of our knights out there too. And so you had all these different groups going down and fighting. And what is not mentioned, they part of the time they spent part of, on the road down there. They spent time fighting each other before they even got down there to the Holy Lands. So, yeah, you can tell they all weren't joined at the hip singing Kumbaya, let's go rescue the Holy Lands. There was a lot of other political stuff behind it, money, territory, bragging rights, a whole bunch of BS. Which caused a whole bunch of problems back at home in each of the different countries where people left to go fight it, whether it was the French, the Spanish, the Italians, Scandinavian countries, England, whoever, whatever, Germany, whoever was going down there, they went down at different. Sometimes they had a bunch down there at the same time. Others they had different ones going down at different times, tapping each other out, and just because of travel and all the the problems. But yeah, it caused problems at home. And one of my ancestors was a troublemaker at home, trying to take the throne from Richard the Lionheart. Yeah. Oh, he's away in the Crusades, and all the crap.
John, there is a whole lot more history to that I'm not going to get into tonight.
Yeah, there is a ton of history.
I definitely send you a video from a scientist that lays it out, all of it, and what happened when, and who took over who, and who got pissed off and went back and said, "No, get out."
Yeah, the whole causes for going down, and then the political maneuvering while the armies were gone, going on back home. And yeah, it's like Geeky Garden said, peace didn't pay. They were all having problems, and just said, "Oh, we're going to get the peasants to pony up more money for the church." Yeah. Anyways, so for the Crusades, that's one of the holy wars. Was how many was there? 3 Crusades or 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, and it was like generational too. Your father went on the Crusades. You need to go on the Crusades. What? Yeah. All right. But that's the most famous one that everybody knows about is the Crusades and the fight against the evil. Not so evil. They actually very, very, very educated, and not only just educated, but the Muslims at the time were gathering information and writings from the Greeks, from the Romans, from everything, and putting there were some there were some great libraries in Spain where the Muslims had moved in there. And guess what happened when what's his name? I can't think of his name. I just lost it. The one that rose up to kick them out on another holy war, destroyed anything that they touched. Oh, they built these great buildings. Burn them to the ground. Don't use them. Burn them to the ground. Waste them. Oh, they had great libraries of knowledge. Oh, it's their knowledge. Get rid of it. It's not, Oh, I'm working my way there. I'm working my way back. And so and so that was the whole, that was European. Now you go down to Africa and the Middle East. Holy crap! Pharaoh so and so goes on a rampage against across the red around the Red Sea. There goes over there and attacks Samaria. And yeah, I mean, they were going back and forth and back and forth. A little closer to newer times, you had the Ottoman Empire that was on a holy war against the Catholic Church. That's where the Vlad Tepes, Count Dracula, fit into that period. You had the Persian Empire. There were several empires that no longer exist because they killed each other off. And the winners weren't all that strong because they lost a lot of people too. So now that I've gone on my rant against holy wars and the stupidity of holy wars, and linking it to modern day politics. If you can't see, if you need more links for modern day politics, just look closely at the
Iran.
Not just that. Look at what's going on between the governments of all the countries in the Middle East, in Europe, in the Far East, in Indonesia. I mean, there is so much stuff going on that nobody talks about because, all right, that doesn't affect us. So we're not going to put that in mainstream media unless we need to distract from something going on here at home. So when they start talking about stuff going on in Indonesia, China, Russia, whatever, look for what they're distracting from here in the United States. So if one should happen, I've still been debating to say where it's going to happen at. All right, for the first 15 minutes, it happens not on U.S. soil. A big holy war breaks out somewhere else, not here. So everybody got your thinking caps on? What is the first thing you're going to do when a holy war breaks out and the shots are being fired every day? I mean, majorly. I'm not talking about some of the stuff that's been going on with Al Qaeda and ISIS and stuff. I mean, full on, big movements of borders and stuff back and forth fighting. What's the first thing you're going to do when it kicks off and the United States government says, yes, they are doing a full-fledged holy war. We're going to try to stay out of it. But what do you do?
Pick up my Bible. Just saying.
Yeah. Maybe buy a couple. I may buy a couple head of cattle. Get some more supplies in. Maybe do some investment trading and pick up a couple more pieces of property around here that may or may not have houses on them. Why? Bigger, more garden space, or just pasture space for livestock. What would be? Hang on, let me go and switch the thing here. So one of the things to consider, if you hear it coming, you hear rumors of it, what might you do beforehand? There needs to be another one in here. I forgot to put it in here. Actions during the event and the recovery after it's over. But what are things you could do before, when you feel it's getting on the edge, because you see all these signals and stuff out there of it getting ready to kick off. What are some things you might step up on or do differently at the beginning? What are some of the things that you get once it does kick off that you're going to say, okay, crap, now it's time to go ahead and move on these things as well. Looking at time frame, I don't see this kick, anything like this happening before the wife comes up here all the time, moves up here permanently. But yeah, life changes all around. So, like I said, it would be possibly if it kicks off for us, we may instantly sell the property in California, take the money from that, and buy land up here. Right now, how many acres is this? This one, so I just got a notification here. 40 acres in Wolverine Canyon, which is about 10 miles south of us. So 40 acres, woodlands and stuff. Actually, I'm going to see if I can move this over here. So give me a second. See if I can make this work. Shrink it up here because the two different sizes here, and get it over here. And you can bring me back up here to myself. Yeah, all right. So this is the one I got here. So yeah, so this is 40 acres, and they're asking $660,000 for it. But you see, so there's the outline of it down into the creek. Another line showing here. So the creek is on the creek at the bottom is on the property. Neighbors right there, though. Hey, there's wood. There's lots of wood. Lumber. There's some sort of little shed out here on it already. But yeah, something like that. Hey, you can run cattle out there on 40 acres and run a lot of goats out there on 40 acres. So that's that's one of those things that's okay, interesting. Yeah. Possibility. Move that up over there, put that back where it was. There we go. All right. Okay. And yeah, that is a possibility, and it may work perfectly. If it's somewhere else and not in the United States, yeah. However, what I'm going to go back to the 80s when Reagan was president, and it wasn't a holy war, but it was Iran and Iraq were fighting each other, and Kuwait was supporting Iraq in the war, and all of a sudden Iran decided, shoot, we're just going to blow up everybody else's, all their tankers, oil tankers, so they can't sell liquid gold, and we'll deprive them of nice things, and they'll lose the war, and we'll win. And that didn't work out, but things like that can happen like that in or out of a holy war.
Saudi Arabia got involved right about then too.
Yeah, and so that and a Russian battleship rolled up during the America's action of it. And said, "Oh, we're just here to take pictures for history. Go to it." Yeah. Nick, the fat electrician, goes, "I usually bash on Russia and communism every chance I get, but I had to give it to these guys rolling up on the largest naval action since World War II with popcorn, saying, 'We're just here to watch.'" Let's see. Dark cloud. Oh yeah, our storm. Okay, deviating squirrel moment. Squirrel ball. All right. Last night when I checked the weather, let's see if it still shows it here. There we go. Yeah, it had 30% chance of snow Sunday, 50% chance of snow Sunday night, and 40% chance of snow Monday. There's no snow in the forecast now from last night to this morning because the winds were blowing like a son of a gun yesterday, and they're blowing today. So that's all. What we do have is high wind warnings. But so there, yeah. So what was supposed to be snow here either got blown way north of us up into Montana and up into Canada, or it's just going up and around and coming down, and it'll go through North Dakota and come back down in the back east there.
I don't want the snow here. You can keep that crap.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get it. So, but we are getting 3 nights of 32, 30, and 31 temperatures. And the more you have to protect and maintain. Yeah. But like I said, if we buy property, more land and stuff, and it's one of the things where my nieces and nephews want to get out of California. It's like, hey, yeah, I got land. You guys just come up and help work it. Rent free, just work it.
Build something there, you're good.
Yeah. They just get them all together. Yeah. Yeah, I was just talking with my favorite nephew, Joseph, and a couple days ago, and we got to get together talking genealogy here. But yeah, they're all his kids are hunters. You know, they go deer hunting and elk hunting. Well, hey, they know how to bring in the food. He works in construction. He knows how to operate dozers, loaders, excavators, graders, compactors, all the heavy equipment. He knows how to operate it too. So there's more skills coming in, and he's younger than me, so he can actually do the skills. When I tell him something, he understands it. Same thing with his brother, Jeffy too, and Jeremy somewhat. Yeah. So for us, if it's going on over there, we may like I said, sell property in California, move, buy more property here, and there's other things like there is a 2-acre lot down around the corner and down the street, a block and a half, no, two blocks set down, that has 2 kitchens in it, 6 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3-car garage. It's a single and a double wide. And they're on the back of their backyard. Faces right off the irrigation canal. The big one, the one that never shuts off once they start it on April 15th. So. Still too soon to head to mom's. Yeah. So there are some things that we could do that if it looks like it's going to affect supply chain over there, oil and everything else. Just all right. Bring the family. Because my grandmother was born in Idaho. It's like, all right, let's bring everybody back. Well, Mark, you got all right. I'll save that for yours for the second part here coming up.
What's that?
If it happens here, you got property you have to put a cabin on and stuff. You got a little cabin up there.
I already have a cabin. I mean, could I live in it? Sure. 2 people? Maybe. for a long time, that would be interesting.
Yeah, you'd have to at least get a park RV trailer, one of those ones for year-round habitation, even in the snow, and haul it up there.
Right.
Prepper for the ages. Hey, Jill. So yeah. So something happened over in like Middle East or Europe. You know, there is a possibility of there's already been sort of a holy war. Actually, it's a holy atheist war in China, and a lot of China's neighbors are, and they just not talked about much. A lot of them are pissed off at China about all the whether they were Christian or Muslim or
the Uyghurs, that's what they call them.
Yeah, that were all, the Buddhists and all the others that were wiped out during the cultural reforms.
Yeah, they literally removed all religion from China. You worship the state. That's what you do now.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of neighbors there who just like to exact revenge on it. And so there's problems all over like that, where a certain form of government's gone in and said nope, and we're going to enforce this with blood, your blood. So now, if it were to happen here, and I'm going to pick on Minnesota, obviously, just for they've made themselves a big target. If something were to start up there, where they got a lot of hands in politics up there, and start a holy war up there, or just even totally enforcing. Sorry, Kanan, I'm like I said, I'm picking on everybody. Sharia law, and start expanding quickly. What are you going to do then if it happens here? Something happens in the U.S. Now it could be the radicals. It could be a different religion altogether that's doing it. So whoever starts some sort of holy war here on U.S. soil, what are your plans, people?
Stay clear. Like I like to say, prep, pray, and stay out of the way. You get stuck in the middle of it.
Yeah.
You'll have to figure that out when it happens.
Kaylin's encouraged siblings to group up. Yeah. Bring everybody together. Bring family together. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You got two things there going on, Diana, and I agree with you on both of them. They just haven't called it a holy war. They got certain things like in Texas, they were trying to do it. Texas said, nope, you can't do it. Several other states have said, nope, you can't do this.
They're trying to set up their own city.
Yeah.
With their own laws, rules, and you're welcome to America. Oh, wait, we want our own country. No, not going to happen.
Yeah. And
go back to the country you came from and do it there, because that's what they do. So no offense to anybody, but
yeah. It's like a couple of are saying that it's sorry, the law of the land is not a religious law. It's the Constitution, and anyone trying to put a religious law as the law of the land, and one judge said you're committing treason. And so a couple other, that's a little harsh. No, it's not. But yeah, and then of course there's the religion of Bill Gates and his oil food and artificial meats. But that's a whole nother one. But at least what are there 9 states now that have banned his artificial meats?
When are we just going to ban him? Period. From the country.
Sorry, I don't want to talk about that because I will get my channel canceled.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, he was going one direction back when he was young, back in the early 80s and stuff, and he made a friggin' hard left turn.
Mm-hmm. Hey, here's a part of Africa that's looking for somebody that helped him out so much. They'd love to have him live there for the rest of his life.
Yeah, we'd like him to live there too.
Mm-hmm.
So, folks, what will what would you do if suddenly there was an uprising of holy war for, and like I said, it could be the religion of atheism and doing crap like that, whatever it is, here in the United States. So someone I was one of the guys on my Facebook that I was messaging with it made a comment about a video I had posted or shared someone else's video. I shared it. He goes, "Yeah, there's going to be a line of NASCARs and pickups heading north, not south. Yeah. Them hillbillies are going to be packing everything in their trucks and heading to wherever it's happening up at Minnesota, or wherever else it happens to be happening at. DC, New York City." Very good, Diana. You get a gold star. That's one of the answers I wanted to hear as far as general basics. Like like going back to Tuesday's live stream, getting back to basics, your general basics. Just keep adding to your stuff. The one thing I would definitely, if you don't have it and something like this starts off and you don't have it, get ham radios. Get your friggin' license. It's not that hard. It's not, hey, if I can get 60% of the Boy Scouts that came to my course I gave to get their ham radio license, you can, as an adult, you can do it. We had a 99% at the two classes that the Martinez CERT program offered that passed and got their ham radio license. Very good, Jill. Jack, but guys like us, yeah, we're getting too old for battle, but we have all the experience of our childhood and all the other stuff we've done, all the dirty tricks, sneaky crap that we've learned over years. We can teach the next generation real quick how to fight.
I can still reload.
Yeah. The last Rambo movie. It didn't take long. It took a couple of years, and someone put out almost an identical movie, but with younger heroes doing the same daggone thing as they did it with all the tunnels around his house. So I'm like, wait a minute, is this the Rambo? No, this is not. This is some other one. I think it was Netflix, so I can't watch it because I don't support Netflix for the crap they pulled. And we had a couple more people just come in. Welcome. And so it happens here, like, Mark has, how many acres you got there? Approximately
15
acres.
Yeah.
You could you get up there, if you have a cabin built by the time it kicks off, great. If not, a park. It's called a park trailer, like for an RV park. Yeah. That's made for year-round living in. They got. Yeah,
I could literally pick up a used office trailer, which is basically that. They have an air conditioner on the side and heat, and they're insulated. The ones they use on job sites.
Yeah.
Yep, I can get one of those fairly cheap and with wheels still on it, and they just roll it in there, and I can Put it up on
Lock it
blocks,
up.
level it, and live in that if I had to.
Yeah. Or if you're lucky, you pick up a double wide and get it moved up there.
Double wide, then you have to spend time trying to get them next to each other and lined up. And single wide, I'll just take a single. I don't care.
Yeah. You don't have to have the guys come in and do the work for you.
I could literally just put it wherever I want at the park and jack it up, level it out, and call it a day.
And if you actually, all right, bear with me here, folks. Like Mark, you get one and you find a second one on sale, you park it really close to the other one.
Oh, sure. Build a little walkway between them.
Build a walkway between it. The one becomes your canning kitchen and your meat processing, your freeze drying.
Yeah, the office.
Yeah, exactly. And the other one is your living quarters.
Yeah.
And then again, if one of your kids
depends on code. With code, if I have two separate trailers, it becomes two separate housing units. That's there's stupid codes. They have to be if it's a double wide, they have to be physically attached and coded as a double wide.
That's why the one is not a living one. It is an office and canning kitchen. It's not living in it. Nobody sleeps in that second one.
Well, at least not that I know of.
Yeah, until your daughter or your kids start showing up. All right, Dad, you were right.
Yeah, where are you going to sleep? Oh, I'm sleeping in the kitchen. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'll fall asleep to the hum of the freeze dryer.
In a nice reclining chair that has the lumbar fiber massager.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. People talk about stuff like that, and my mind goes to Homer Simpson at the Lazy Boys store.
Nice.
with the relax, I think it was the Relaxomatic 5000 or whatever, and he sits there and starts drooling. But yeah. This all right. That was today. Today's Saturday. Yes. Today in Pocatello at the Cal Ranch store down there, that's in it as part of one of the mall, the huge parking lot out there, was a used RV. Multiple companies. You have I can't think of what else. Just lost the name of the one, Camperland or whatever it is. You had a couple.
Yeah.
So they're all bringing in used trailers and RVs, mainly trailers though. To clear their stock out, and they were making killer deals down there. We're like, nope, we don't need another one.
No.
But yeah, that's stuff to keep an eye out for if you do have land, or you have a relative that has enough land, and it's like, what do we need to do? Set up a RV pad up there that's all hooked up to sewer and stuff, and put in a drain field and stuff. How about so we can come there in case of an emergency and bring all our food. Notice the key word I put in there: bring all our food. But yeah, that's things you need to think about. Yes, it's like preparing for most disasters and stuff, but something like that would be like worse than what happened down there in LA, where they turned the water off to a certain area so it would burn out.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine if they actually had a serious power failure and put all of Los Angeles County in the dark during that firestorm, which would suddenly get out of control and burn areas that the great nuisance and the mayor of Los Angeles did not want it to go?
Like instantly?
Yeah. That would, So, having relatives that have land, getting with them ahead of time, offering to put up a shed there to start storing stuff up there, freeze-dried food or whatever up there, so that if they have to evacuate to there to help defend the new homestead, they have food there. You know, they have a couple of years worth of food there. Yeah. I mean, there's there's something going on. I have never seen one at a cow ranch around here, either in Idaho Falls or down there in Pocatello. I've seen them at the big malls, like the Grand Teton Mall. They did one at up in Idaho Falls 3 years ago.
So to be clear, the RV market is dying fast.
Yeah.
Nobody has $40,000 to spend on a 20-foot trailer.
Yeah. Oh, there is one channel I've been seeing that they've been putting videos out. What they're doing, they have a 28-foot toy hauler, but they don't haul toys. So that they use that for other stuff. They say we use that for other stuff. That's our private stuff. But we got the big master bedroom. We got a guest bedroom. They show the front half, which is like an RV. The back half, they don't show what's going on in there. I'm not sure what they're doing, but they go around living in this thing, and they had a dually. Was it a 350 or a 450? I think pretty sure it was a Ford. It might have been a GMC, and it's a 3500 or 4500. And they upgraded to a semi that they got used that only had 150,000 miles on it, which is nothing for a semi. And it turns tighter than the dually. They can see better than they could with the dually. They get a lot better fuel mileage than they did with the dually. And it has a big sleeper unit on it. A huge sleeper unit on it with a little kitchenette in it. So, yeah, some people just choose the RV life and something like that. I just had a thought listening to some of the things they say. I bet they got their prepping supplies in that back part of that. I bet they're shadow preppers, and they got a bunch of supplies and other items back there in the back half of the toy hauler.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, in all their videos, I've never seen that door open up. Never. So I was looking at the property of 5 acres, nice sounds well and septic, has 2 more wells. That
RVs. There you go.
That is slick. If it has 2 more wells and septic, that means you can get 2 more RVs in there. Family members, cousins, brothers, sisters, whatever, aunts, uncles. Yeah. That is nice. Seem to recall seeing an ocean pretty close to the fires.
Yeah.
They're out of water. Because they did because the fire, other than the basket pickups, they would not scoop water from the salt water. And fire departments are telling them, yeah, as soon as you're done, at the end of the day, you will flush it out with fresh water and clean it. You don't have to use a lot of fresh water. You just clean out your tankers, your Catalina.
The pumps.
They come in and just scoop it up and take off, and keep going and just take back off again. Yeah, and even the big tankers, they're pumped from the big tankers to a some big place they land one of the big dumpers. They can run just fill it full of salt water and then clean it up in the evening.
But no, you can't dump salt water. It'll contaminate the soil. Not that everything that was burning didn't contaminate it.
Yeah, and thing is, though, the salt water from the ocean is nothing compared to salt water of Salton Sea down in Riverside County.
Oh yeah. Hey Bob.
Hey Bob. All right. So Yeah, I've heard about people buying the older
They
one,
are.
five, 6 years older. Yeah. All right. So I hope this gave you guys, food for thought, not just for a holy war or an atheist war or a woke war or how do I want to say this one?
Riots.
A political party taking over war. But just regular things, options for regular ones that could happen in your area or nearby your area to act. And that's like Diana said, just keep on prepping for the basics and expand your stuff. All right, so coming up here on Monday, where the topic is making dry mixes. That's on Camp Patton. Tactical Tuesday here on Grayman is network hacking smart devices, including stuff like the hacking smart light. You get a smart light. Oh, no, you put this in the house. Now they hacked everything in your house. Thursday's the Midnight Ride. Next Friday is Homestead Update. Next Saturday here, we're getting back to stuff that happens every year, but not as this. But we get hurricanes every year. This is after the super hurricane. What are your plans? So then we're talking about the one. This is one where people actually, we're supposed to be getting this one that they now will set a new classification because it will be so powerful. Yeah, I want to see that happen before they set so they'll do that. But no, I don't want to see it. I want to see it, but have it stay out in the ocean. Yeah, 600-mile-an-hour winds. Okay, yeah, you can get classified as a category 6. So that's what's coming up here for the next week. And as always, if you have topics you want to see us address on regular Tactical Tuesday or on Camp Patton, at the bottom of the description is the email for Patton at gmail.com, and just send us suggestions. All right. Especially for the Monday night canning stuff you'd like to see us address or talk about when it comes to canning or food preservation, including freeze drying, dehydrating, whatever. Let us know on that.
Food preservation. What's that? I'm eating my freezer preps right now. I had I bought 80 pounds of wings like a year and a half ago. I put them in bags of 10 each. I'm eating hot wings right now with French fries.
Yeah, I just did. I put it this morning. I put a big pot roast in and pulled it out at 4:00. It was perfect timing on it. I used the big tongs, picked it up, held together, put it in the one of my big Pyrex glass, sort of a pan, whatever, that has the snap tight lid on it.
Oh yeah.
Put it down, put the next one down through when I picked it up, and I squeezed too tight and it fell apart into the pan. It's like, sweet, it's gonna fall apart. I got automatically pulled beef.
There you go.
So
I take my now the wings. They go. I'm not going to sous vide them, and I don't throw them in raw into the oil. No, I leave them in the steel meal pouch. I throw them in a pot of boiling water for like 25 minutes. They totally cook through. Take them out, dry them off, throw them in the oil. They're already cooked. I just need them crispy.
Yeah. All right, folks. So with that, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps: water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill. And if you don't have a ham radio license yet, work on getting that too. All right, everyone, take care, and we'll see you Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound.
Well, have a good night.